Hello everyone, this is part 14 ASP.NET series lectures. In this session we'll learn how we can save different formats of date in database. So first we'll see the demo. As we hover onto the text box, an interactive date picker will be displayed, and this is from JavaScript, and this is from ASP.NET properties. You'll see the both properties of the date picker and save into the database. Open a new project. File, new project, ASP.NET web application. Give the name to this project as date picker or simple date. New project will be created. So we'll also create the database for this date picker. Project is created. First of all, we will design the page. Give the page name as date picker. Give a heading. Date picker. Text align colon center. So add a table. We can add multiple rows and columns. Add a one text box. From the toolbox, this size. Another text box. Date picker from JavaScript and date picker from ASP.NET text box properties. Okay. So we use the JavaScript first. We'll add some online Java queries. So I will add in the description of the YouTube video. This all code will be available as a WordPad file, so you can download from the drive. So I will share the link. So JavaScript files, jQuery is always added into the head section. Now we'll add the code. So that's the code we are going to add. And here you can see is a text box 1. So this will deal only to this text box 1, and text box 2 will be the separate text box. So we'll also give the class CSS class as a date picker for the text box 2, for the text box 1. CSS class is a date picker. CSS class is a date picker class, so we can also use from here. So I already done the formatting, placeholder, so we'll copy paste both CSS class and placeholder. We can use this, so formatting will be done. So that's text box 1. According to this text box, actually this text box we have called this in the JavaScript function. So that is the ID of the text box 1. Date picker, date format. In this according to this format, day, month and year. According to this format, the date will be selected in the text box. Then we have given here +9, so we can give the values up to the current year. If current year is 2024, so the years we can add up to 9 years more. Suppose that I am going to decrease the value to 5, so the years will be available up to 29. See in the browser. So you can see that current year is 2024 and values are available, years values are available up to 29. If I'll change this value to increase 9, so 4 years will more added. Now the year 2033 will be available now. Year up to 2023. So we can decrease or increase, and same as for the starting year is 1960, 1964. So we can see here we have given the -60. So from onward from 64 to till 24 and 2023 years are available, and show animation is a slide. So like slide wise, as we will click onto this text box, the text date picker will be appear as a slide wise. So in this text box 2 will change the properties of the text box, text mode. So we can change it to date. So this is from ASP.NET, and the text box 1 we have converted into JavaScript. So you can see here the month, day and year, and this we have done according to our requirement, day, month and year. So you can see here, so that is from ASP.NET text box properties, and this is from Java. It's a slideshow. As we will click onto that, the from left to right, the display of the date picker will be displayed. Now we'll save the date into the database. Now we'll create a database. First of all, create a database for this. Create a new SQL Server database. /SQL Express. Better is that we will create the database into the SQL Management Studio, the SQL Server. Likewise, we can also create database in Visual Studio as well. To save time, I am creating a database here. DB date. So database is created, DB date, and now we'll create the table. So we can add the date DOB, date and DOB, we can give here exam date. The properties before we have used date, now we'll use the date and time. We'll use the date and time. So when the date will be saved into the database, so date time option will be available into this column, and here is only a date. So we'll change the table name to TBL underscore date, and identity we can do as yes. And update the table. Now table is updated, and refresh the table list. So TBL date table is created in the database. Now we'll use the ADO.NET model. So that's a very simple model to use the database. So in my other videos you can see the method of database creation and using this database model, especially in the registration form. We will change to as database entities, yes, next. So we can add the table, whatever tables are available from the database, we can add in the ADO.NET model. Table is added. Now we'll add a button from the toolbox. Give the text properties of the button to save date, create the event handler for this button, create the object, database entities, db equal new database entities. So db object is created. db, by the help of this object we will transfer data into the database table. tbl date d equal new tbl date. Now we'll use this d object to transfer data to the database table columns. db.dob equal textbox1 dot text. Now we'll do the some changes into this textbox1. So I have already done this code. So actually it's a date and time column. So we will textbox1, and I will add a so I have to add some properties into the config file as well. So I will add some system files. So this culture info error will be removed. So system.localization. So we'll add again So now this error is removed, and according to our requirement, the date format will be saved into the database. Okay. So we have another text box. So from this text box, we will save the date. That's a text box too. So we can also do the formatting for this. db d dot the exam date equal so we'll copy the text again. We are using the text box too. Dot to var convert dot to date and time. Alright. db dot tbl dot add object. Object is d. db dot save changes and response dot redirect. The page will be refreshed. So we'll add the page with extension. View in browser. We can select any date, 2008. So you can see here the day is 10 and month is June. So according to our format, day, month and year. So the first day, then month, then year. And from here we can select any exam date. So we can use future exam date, save data. So all data is transferred to our database. We can check the database. Table, show the table data. So both dates are transferred. So in the second column we have used the date and time, and the first we have used this simple date. Okay, so right now we'll do the formatting for our grid view. So we can add a grid view here. Straight away drag and drop table from database to the page. Do some formatting. So for the date formatting, we can place a date formatting properties. For exam date, we can also, if we will not do the formatting of exam date, the time also will be displayed. View in browser again. So you can see in DOB, the month is in the middle and the day is on the left side, most left side, and the year is on the right side. And also time is coming. If you do the formatting, this time will not be appear in the grid view. So we will do the formatting again. Again do the formatting. Then go to the date formatting properties. So now you can see time is skipped. So we can also do this in the ASP.NET HTML properties. That's very simple. Instead of doing from the properties of the grid view, we can easily do from here. If you know the properties handling function, so we can also add here. Okay. So in this session we have learned today how we can save the date into the database and how we can use the different formats of the date picker from JavaScript and ASP.NET. That is a slideshow. It's coming, and we can pick our interactive slideshow dates, and that is the from the ASP.NET. So that's for today. See you in next video. Have a good day. Bye bye.